The last one question that I had, and thanks to everybody on Instagram who took part in this, is how to connect to the divine within and stay connected to this throughout the day, despite, obviously we have different situations, people that we encounter with low or high vibrations, etc. I'm having a giggle now because I know the same. This is something that I think many of us experience. It is that challenge of integrating our spiritual being with our daily life being. And what used to happen, I think probably a lot of us that are awake and pursuing these spiritual paths, we probably would have just gone to the hills and been monks and sort of separated from that 3D world, which means that it's easier, so to speak, to stay in tune with ourselves, stay connected to the divine, to vibrate on a very high level at all times. However, there's a challenge for many of us now, and it's a challenge that's only going to expand us and stretch us into further enlightenment, so to speak, or more light. That's probably the thing I like to say. By finding our way to stay in tune and connected to the divine and to that higher self of ours that we each have, but it is actually all connected, as many of you know. By being able to do that within the three-dimensional world, it will expand. It's that extra challenge to take us that step further. And so the ways that we can do this, Source is saying it's one of the ways to do this, first of all, is a bit like what we first said, or I first was explaining, when we all tune in, find that quiet space and are able to hear our intuition. It's sometimes checking in throughout the day about where am I at? Where am I at now? And again, it's never about an expectation of doing this perfectly or being, coming from our higher self every time we respond to a situation or interact with someone. What happens is the more that we let go and the more that we allow flow and the more that we are able to trust also in Source and in our own selves and in this growth and this path that we're choosing to follow, we will innately do this. We will actually start to stay connected or connect more with our higher self. And what happens is it slowly becomes a new way of being. And there will be situations or challenges or contrasts that may still push buttons or put us in, sometimes situations that feel uncomfortable. And we may feel like, oh no, I've just reacted how I always react. That's not how I want to do it. That's okay as well. It's about the fact that we're even aware of that is another sign to ourselves and another thing to acknowledge and be grateful for, that we are, in fact, being aware. Source says this is not about perfection. You are not here to perfect this divine connection. You are not here to become the perfect light beings. You are in human form. You are going to experience contrast. You are going to experience emotions. You are going to experience challenges, contrasts, all these things that can potentially throw you off balance or throw you into disarray, because that's where our lessons are. And so if we become, sorry, I'm laughing because I already know the answer and it's quite funny. If we become this perfectly, constantly in tune, divine soul, then we probably won't be in human form anymore. So hopefully that one helps you. It's about practicing that because we want to grow and we want to be the best version of ourselves. But it's never ever going to be about perfection, because as Source says, it's in the challenges and the contrast and the unexpected changes even that occur that we will be stretched to grow that bit further. And from that, we actually do expand as a conscious being and reach somewhat of a new level. So I hope that answers all your questions. You can follow Downloading Light at Downloading Light on all social media, or check out the blog on www.downloadinglight.com. I'm Sin. Thanks again for your questions, and for all the wonderful tribe on Instagram. Thank you. Bye.